The laugh cut deeper than the insult. It wasn't just the word. It was the way she said it, casual, amused, certain no one would challenge her. My sister stood in the center of the room, champagne glass tilted, soaking in applause for her promotion. My daughter stood beside me, fingers folded neatly in front of her dress, quiet as always. "Don't worry," my sister added, smiling at the crowd. "She doesn't even talk." More laughter. I didn't move. I've learned that silence is a blade. You don't swing it wildly, you wait. My daughter reached for the microphone, and for the first time that night I saw my sister hesitate. "I have the recordings," my daughter said. The room inhaled. But that wasn't the worst part. My sister and I used to be inseparable. After our parents died, it was just us. I was the older one. I worked 2 jobs to help her through college. I sat in the front row at her graduation. I clapped the loudest. She used to call me her hero. When my daughter was born, she cried in the hospital room, held that tiny hand like it was treasure, promised she'd always protect her. That was before the diagnosis. Selective mutism, they said. Trauma-induced anxiety. My daughter could speak. She just chose silence in public. My sister never understood that. Or maybe she did. And she saw weakness. Success changed her. Or maybe it revealed her. The promotions. The expensive suits. The new circle of friends who laughed at the right jokes and never asked real questions. She started calling my daughter fragile, then strange. Then one night, after too much wine, she called her a social liability. I heard it. She didn't know I was in the hallway. That was the first crack. The pattern built slowly. Snide comments disguised as concern. Jokes framed as honesty. "She'll never survive in the real world if she can't speak. You baby her too much." I'm just being realistic. But the worst conversations happened when she thought no one important was listening. At dinner parties. At work events. On phone calls she took on the balcony. My daughter heard more than she let on. One evening, I found her sitting at the kitchen table. Headphones on, laptop open. "I'm documenting," she typed on her screen, turning it toward me. Audio files, dates, timestamps. My sister's voice. Clear, cruel. "She's brainless. She'll end up dependent forever. At least I don't have a defective kid." I felt something cold settle inside my chest. Rage is loud. Mine wasn't. Mine was quiet, focused. I didn't confront her. I didn't warn her. I started planning. My sister's promotion wasn't just a title. It came with public visibility. Media coverage. A board position at her company. Image mattered. Integrity mattered. Her company prided itself on inclusivity, on advocacy for mental health awareness. I knew that because I'd helped her rehearse the speech. The irony didn't escape me. Over the next few weeks, my daughter and I organized everything, not just random insults. A timeline, repeated mockery of a child with a documented anxiety disorder, statements that contradicted her public advocacy. I contacted an attorney quietly. Defamation, emotional harm, workplace ethics violations. We weren't looking for money. We were looking for exposure. Then the invitation came. Her promotion party. A celebration at a downtown hotel. Executives, colleagues, local press. She asked if we were coming. I told her, of course. Back in that room, when my daughter said, "I have the recordings," my sister laughed. "You see?" she said to the crowd. Imagination. My daughter pressed a button. The speakers behind the stage connected instantly. Bluetooth. My sister's voice filled the room. "She's brainless." The exact same tone. The exact same laugh. No distortion. No editing. Then another clip. "At least she doesn't talk. Makes life easier." Murmurs rippled through the guests. My sister's smile faltered. Then came the worst one. "She's defective." I'd die of embarrassment. Silence. The kind that suffocates. Faces turned. Not toward my daughter. Toward her. "I have 18 recordings," my daughter said calmly. "All dated. All saved in 3 locations." She looked at her aunt. Not with anger, with clarity. "I may not talk often," she continued. Voice steady, "but I hear everything." The board members were whispering now. One of them stepped away to make a call. My sister's hands were trembling. She looked at me. "Finally. You set this up," she whispered. I held her gaze. "No," I said softly. "You did." But that wasn't the worst part. The worst part came 2 days later. Her company released a statement. Internal investigation. Temporary suspension. Then termination. Not because she insulted my daughter. Because the recordings revealed something else. In one clip, after mocking her, my sister bragged about manipulating performance reviews, about sidelining an employee with depression because weak people drag numbers down. That employee had filed a complaint months ago. The recordings corroborated it. My sister didn't just fall from a stage. She collapsed under the weight of her own voice. Now, weeks later, I sit across from my daughter at our kitchen table. She's doing homework, calm, unshaken. The world tried to define her by her silence. They mistook quiet for weakness. So did my sister. I don't feel triumph. Not exactly. I feel clean. There's a difference between revenge fueled by chaos and justice, delivered with precision. I didn't scream. I didn't threaten. I waited. My daughter found her voice when it mattered most. And my sister? She's finally listening.